G'day everyone, welcome back to Pete's Investing. Today is May the 9th, 2023. This is the Bitcoin update. Here we've got the weekly and the daily. The weekly is showing a neutral stance on the trend, and the daily is just starting to break out into a bearish positioning. So let's have a look at both in more detail. So on the weekly, first off, for those new to the channel, we look at the triple moving average of the price chart. That's the moving average 3, 5 and 60. And also combined with the moving average, the CCI 150, moving average 5 and 50. So you can see there's a difference between the two, and there's a neutral stance on the weekly trend. Both are starting to turn down, but they haven't actually broken down into a bearish trend yet. So just hold off going long or short at the moment. On the daily, however, that same combination is broken to the downside, and let's give it another, it's actually a bearish signal at the moment, so primarily bearish moves on the lower time frames. But before I leave this chart, I just want to show you also the support at 19,550 with a resistance at 31. Now, I did draw a Fibonacci retracement from that high to that low, and you can see there the price has bounced off that 38% retracement level, and it's been hovering in that range for a number of days now. So it has also, I did draw these two diagonal ascending and descending trend lines, and it was initially consolidating in that wedge, but it's actually broken to the downside the last day and a half, and currently it's also continuing to decline. And it may actually come and rest on this lower descending, so you can see there that was drawn along those tops, so it may come and rest on this next level of diagonal. So I'll see how it goes for the coming days, but at the moment, primarily bearish signals only. On the hourly, what I've got here is again the same indicator with the CCI 150 and moving averages. You can see there it's broken to the downside, and as a trading idea, I've got that. So when the weekly and daily are aligned, and you could probably carefully trade the daily only if the daily's in a bearish movement like it is now. Take only short trades. So, for example, you could trade when the candle breaks below the fractal, like it did there. Like it did there, and take small profits where it makes sense. Up here, I've got a, let me just zoom out. This goes back to February 22. So you can see this is backtesting, and each of these show the average down process. So each of these single blocks indicates an entry and an exit of a trade. Where there's two or more, so there's 3 there, 2 there, 2 there, etc. That means you've averaged down the price. So the way this works is with the average down process, you enter one lot. You just drill down on one of these, give you a bit more clarity. You can see here this particular trade you would have entered when the fractal broke, when the candle broke above the fractal, enter one lot there, anticipating the price to continue rising. But the price went against you, and you enter the next lot on the same entry condition, but you have to let it drop by at least 5%. Now what you've got to decide here is how long you want to let it drop, and you want to let it go far enough to make it worth your while. You don't want to enter too closely to the opening price, otherwise you're just consolidating trades or entries around the same price. You want to give it some time to drop. So currently on this trade, it closed out, you can see there, at that point there, and that was about, plus we'll look at taking a profit of about, on the hourly, looking at 0.005% potentially. So that would have been just above that break even. The break even would have been somewhere in the middle between that entry there and that second entry. So your break even would have been something in the middle there, and that take profit there would have been a nice little take profit for those two contracts. So anyway, to understand how to properly trade this and other strategies, subscribe to my Patreon page for exclusive access to weekly stock scans. We look at average down strategies. We scan for stocks, currencies and commodities. Subscribe, like and share the channel. Thanks for watching, and see you in a future video.